There was a God. There's two prices. There's two priceless. I gotta do this one. There was a God inside of me making jokes. And I really like this joke that he told. This God went inside of me and said, "It's the new era of penis envy. Only it's the worst kind of penis envy you could ever have. It's the penis you cannot have against the vagina you've worked so hard to keep down." What he meant was Mr. Amazon Fresh is having penis envy. Only Bonnie doesn't have a penis. So it's the worst penis envy that could ever exist. The envy of a penis that does not even exist, no matter how hard you work to keep it down in the first place. Because, when you find out that two countries worked this hard to keep me down, and you can't win for shit against me, no matter what these countries do against me, that makes a really bad situation. And you're like, you can still talk shit and just end up how you end up. But if you were a God, if you were somebody who was just observing life, a lot of humanity has started to see this shit for what it is. I'm a degraded, murdered God and worse. Everyone can't talk enough shit because it's just so fun to abuse something that deep down is real. Because if I wasn't real, it wouldn't drive their soul to hate me so bad. Dummies, don't you ever wake up and wonder why you don't want to abuse the retarded that fucking much? Because there's no hatred in your soul about it. You ever wonder why you don't wake up and want to hate the annoying homeless person more? Annoying homeless people are really rude, overdone. There's a billion homeless people that are very mean and aggressive and rude and abusive. Why don't you have this weird desire to never get off of abusing them? And yet you don't. Why is it that you don't just sit on the abuse of everybody else? I don't know, but you never do, huh? Because they're not real. When it's Jesus, that passion, that hate is deep in your soul. Because Jesus has powers. He's real. And it reminds you of what a fucking worthless nothing you are. And that deep hate, that forever hate, is embedded in your soul. Like a deep, pumping heartbeat deep inside your sick, disgusting self that has a billion reasons to hate a God so wealthy and powerful that hates you. Enjoy that there was a Jesus they could spew against, and there's a me they can spew against. Like Noah's Ark and Sodom and Gomorrah. It's just their ending and their gross things they get to do as they dive into their ending. But forever, if you're a God or something, you see it for what it is. A hatred that only goes against Jesus and I. And is always about how God has everything and they are such nothing.